out his name. Hey, hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. Hey, you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pit trash. If I wanna serve, I'll Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat.
All right.
Rain on me.
Yeah, what's poppin', chat? Rain on me. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's go. We got motion here on a Tuesday. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. New York session, baby. We back. Yeah. Put the dollar sign up. How you guys doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. W, baby. Okay, who we got here today? Z Gamer in the house. Let's pop. What up, George BDM in the house? There he is. There he is. Energy in the building. Louis G's here. Mod Squad. Full effect. Let's get it. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday. Another day, baby. Another day. Another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to be the 8-figure trader that we desire to be, that we visualize to be, eh? Yeah, let's do this, man. Let's do it. Okay, cool. I think we're good. I think we're good. YOLO Trader is in the house. What up, SK? What up, Captain? Shakes in the building. Price Action Kev is here. Exit Strat in the building. The Stratman. The Stratman. Yeah. What up, Golden Dubs? What up, Zach? Good to see you. Yogi in the house. Marty McFly is here. Let's go. Bright and early. Let's get it. Let's get it. What up, Neo? Neo in the house. Tony Gold in the building. All right. All right. What up, Jimmy Williams? Trey Young in the building. Let's go. Let's go. The winners are here. What up, Ben Bennett in the building? All right, man. What up, Ryder? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Who else? Who else? Let's see. Let's see. Christian in the building. Yeah. Yeah. Leisker. I see him. I see him. Mr. King is here. Tommy was popping, Tommy. DJ Scratches in the building. Vivian Young is here. Okay. What up, Serge? Traders Next Door. I think I said what up to Traders Next Door. It's a roll call time, baby. The winners are out. Yeah, New York session brings all the big dogs. Brings all the big dogs out. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, good to see you guys. What up, Gareth? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Young and hungry, baby. Young and hungry. Let's go. Let's go. Who else? Who else? Band's counted up in the building. There he is. What up, Niles? All right. All right. I think we're good. Danny Cash, what's popping, big dog? What's popping? What's popping? What's up, Teddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's everyone doing? We ready for another range or what? Vince in the building. What's up, Wilson? Wilson! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, good to be around the winners. Good to be around the energy. Only Bands. How we feeling, brother? How we feeling? Stephen B in the house. Okay, okay. What's up, Tim? Tim Trades in the house. What's goody? Navman. What up, Navman? The man. All right, I think we're good. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Let's go ahead and get the party started. Let's share a moment of gratitude, real quick, and then we'll begin. Let's do it. Well, Father God, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you, Lord, that just like the song said, you would use us like some spare change, Lord. We thank you for all that you're doing in this community. We thank you for allowing us to take these skills, take this, the results of this skill, and influence our sphere of influence and the people around us, the community around us. We thank you for using us for the better good, Lord. We thank you for showing us that we have all the power within. So we thank you for that awakening. We ask that you would bless this live stream here today, and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it. How many of you guys are going to have a little bit of a better Christmas this year? because you decided to be patient and disciplined and stick to a plan that actually produces a profit. Anyone? Anyone? I know I talked to some guys. They bought their parents nice gifts and their brothers and their friends, and ain't it great? Ain't it great not to struggle anymore, huh? Ain't it great not to live paycheck to paycheck anymore, where now you got this extra income flowing in, and it puts a little extra holiday spirit into this time, eh? Yeah? Whether it's a pagan holiday, it doesn't matter. The fact that you can give, right? The fact that you have an opportunity to give to your people, to help your people in some sort of way, is my religion, right? My religion is the religion of love, gang. Like, if we can use our skill set and be able to help others in a way that blesses their life, I am all game for that. So regardless of how we want to spin it, what it is an awesome time to be thankful and to lean with a giving heart, if that makes sense, right? Cool. So anyways, let's get into it. I'm super happy for you guys. I know the payouts are paying, and again, just super happy for you guys. And maybe this is the first Christmas or whatever we're gonna call it, right? The first season that you can actually have some extra cash to help some people out. So gotta love that. Let's keep the payouts paying up here as we move into the remainder of the month as well. So we got a Monday here in front of us. It is the 8th day of October, and it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to walk the walk, right, of the 8-figure trader. And that happens day by day. That doesn't just happen randomly. It doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It doesn't just happen because you've been a good boy or a good girl. It happens because you make a decision to make it happen, and you stick to that decision. You remind yourself of that decision every single day. So it is Tuesday the 9th, not Monday the 8th. And we do have some news ahead of us here. So I don't think they're going to do the ADP. It doesn't look like it, but they are going to be doing some 10 a.m. Jolts job openings here a little bit later. So we'll see what happens as that comes in. No worries. We see what the price action wants to give us, and then we go from there. So that's pretty much it. Tomorrow and Thursday are going to be the bigger days. We got FOMC, really big Fed meeting tomorrow. Who knows what they're getting ready to do with Mr. Jerome Powell and whatnot. But Thursday is unemployment claims as well. So 2 big days back to back, Wednesday and Thursday. But we'll deal with that then. Let's take care of today first, and let's get into it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me, sub to the channel, settle in here, and let's kind of get our direction here on the day and see what we're trying to look at. Yeah. I see that. Rate cuts coming in. What will happen in the crypto world this week? What do you guys think? What happens to crypto this week? What happens every time they cut rates? Yeah. All right. Anyways. Maybe we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about the daily time frame here. This is gold. Let's talk about the previous, or really just this area right here I want to talk about today, because that's really all that matters, right? So you have some bearish movement now. We're coming off of this resistance here, right? You had a nice rejection here as well. And we had a minor level of support here, right? So nothing too crazy. As you can see, like that candle, not really the greatest support anyway, and then you have that next candle kind of close below, and then yesterday's candle ended up driving down, right? So we are in the middle of all of this wick rejection area now on the daily, so it does get a little tough here, right? Because we've already broken the lows, and now we're coming straight back up here. So we filled the wick. We never really broke that main area down there and touch that support. So yeah, maybe price is just rejecting out of that overall area here on the daily, coming back up here. So we'll see. I want to see what this wick rejection looks like on the 4-hour chart here, so we can get a better idea of what's happening. So it looks like the 4-hour does close strong bullish, right? You were kind of chopping around, I guess, in a little bit of a range here. You had some supports, right? You had resistances here, and at that point we can go either way. So it looks like we did close very strong bullish. We did close in this lovely range here to the left, right? So I think pretty bullish, right? If this 4-hour candle can break the highs here, very high chance that we can move up, retest that resistance, fill that wick, and then yeah, potentially keep moving up here today. So pretty bullish based off of that 4-hour closure. We got a lower wick now. Let's take a look at that on the 1-hour chart. 1 hour is disgusting. Wow. See you guys tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. So last night in Asian, this is what we dealt with, right? So just a choppy 1 hour time frame. Looks like we did get a move out of there, but now we're beginning to chop around and it's getting worse. All right, it's getting worse, right? The candles are losing momentum, but what in other news, right? The good part about this is when you do range like this, you are going to get a big move out of there, right? Or up or down. So we should expect a pretty decent move here in the New York session. That's our previous 4 hour candles wick. So if we can get up there, that would be great. But this 1 hour price action does not look familiar to me when it comes to making money. So we're gonna have to go down to the 30-minute time frame, see what's cooking here, and what do you know, right? We've got a bit of a range. You've got resistance here at 36. You have support sitting at 31, and that is our range. Yeah. That's our 30-minute range. Your 15-minute chopping around a little bit too. Maybe adjust that a little bit there. And that's it. So when it comes to the buys here, right? I know that we're choppy to the left. Like I know we have that resistance here, but what we would be looking for, so if we can get some closures, right, then this wick will most likely be the one that gets filled during the high times of volume here. So let's see how we close on the 30-minute, right? Because if we do close above, very high chance we can get up in that wick fill and then kind of close our partials. If price wants to reject, come back in the range, it is what it is. At least we can possibly get the wick fill as the volume comes in. If not, then I would just hold off, right? If we don't get closures, just wait until we do get closures. The sells don't look bad either today, so I'm open for buys. I'm open for sells. I like that wick fill right there. I like the range fill coming down into like 42.20 down here as well. So yeah, let's see where we go. 30-minute time frame gives us a very clear picture of what's taking place. So I like buys above 36 here for that 4 hour to break its high, fill the previous candle's wick, and then if we do end up closing below 30, then the sells, right? The sells are actually pretty valid here. We break through the 1 hour lows. 4 hour is bearish at that point. 30-minute candle closure below, 15 closure below. So yeah, that looks good. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We do have the wick fill ahead of us though, so I am interested in that. And this is probably going to be the way it works for me today. No trade range here. I like the wick fill. If we can get that, that would be an awesome opportunity to go long here. And then anything below there looks pretty good, down into like 42.20. Yeah. So those are the ranges. Those are the ranges. We got more room to go on the 4 hour. We got all the way up to like 45 here today. So let's take a look at 45. Yeah, and that's going to be up here. All right. So plenty of range here, but the wick fill definitely got my name on it. And I would definitely close like 80% of my position right up there. So that is that's it. That's it. Price is really struggling, like really struggling here to make a move and get out of that zone. It's kind of like the analogy that I gave you guys the other day about that couple that's just arguing in the car trying to figure out what they want to eat, right? Where they want to go. So let's let them do that. Let's wait, and then once price has direction, we'll hop in and go for the ride. All right. Cool. What up, C Melly? How are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Choppy price action so far in December. So we'll see if we can break free of that. But 4 hours has been keeping us chopped up a bit. Not the greatest London session. Not too good of price action here whatsoever. So I would expect maybe no trades in London. Yeah. Doesn't look like anything's here. Nah. No trades? Yeah, no trades. No trades. All right. Clubhouse, how we feeling? No trades in Asian last night either. We just literally chopped around. Same deal. This ended up kind of playing out here, but wasn't the best. Wasn't the best. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we'll see where we can go here today. Yeah. Jay Coop, how we doing? Hopefully sells. Yeah, the sells aren't bad. You got a lot of clean range coming down. A lot of clean range on sells. All the way down to like 15, 20. Somewhere around there. 20 looks good. 19, 20 here. 119 pip range. We got a potential 40 pip wick fill, and then that 4 hours got like, almost like 90 pips on it. London removed. Oh yeah, London moved with no wicks. Yeah, London removed the wicks on the candles. Good trade yesterday. Great trade yesterday actually. 9:30 bleeder. That was where was that? No, that wasn't here. That was 9:30, 9:30. Where'd the sell go that we took yesterday? Was that 15 minute? Yeah. Yeah, right here. So clean sells yesterday off of that candle with no top wick. Resistance form, 930 volume. Look at that. Came down, closed with no bottom wick too there. So we'll see if we can get something like that here today. Yeet. Rate cuts. Yeah, let's see what happens with the rate cuts. That's going to come in tomorrow. All right, let's run it. The whole fam's up. Let's go. We're ready to win the day. Kids are ready. The kids are ready. I'm having a hard time absorbing the combines are part of the game too, and I'm over trading on the combines to get to those XFAs. It makes sense. You know, a lot of us rush into it. I personally like to go heavy on the combines, but I'm going to wait for the best setups, right? The best setups I could possibly find, and then I'm going to go heavy. I'm not just going to, you know, jump at the gate. I'm not going to try and convince myself, right? Like, it needs to be there, right? It needs to be super A+, and then why not? You know, why not go a little heavy, especially if the trade is there? So you just got to understand the difference, you know, between the two and how to measure the conditions and, you know, play it smart. Everyone wants to rush to get to the XFA, you know, but that's not how trading's done. You don't rush trading. You really don't. Because if you rush the combine, right, and you blow 9 out of 10 of them because you're rushing, guess what happens when you get the XFA? Well, you're only going to rush that as well, right? You're going to want to get to that payout. So if you blew 9 out of 10 combines by rushing, what do you think is going to happen to your XFA when you get it? You know? So that's why not just stick to the script? Why not just officially draw the line in the sand and say, hey, look, as a trader, this is how I operate from now on. This is the new me. This is what I do. And start operating the same exact way, right? Every single day, day after day. Do you guys see me do anything different day after day? Pretty duplicatable, right? Pretty straightforward. I really run the same systems every day, and those systems keep me out of my own way, right? Those systems are designed to make me better than I actually am, right? So follow your system, right? Let your system guide your trading. Let your systems guide your thought process. Yeah, yeah. Trying to pass them in 2 days, you know, it's not, you know, it's, again, you really got to have that right trade in front of you to go 10 lots. You know, it's because within 30 pips, you're going to blow that account. So, 4 hour bullish, the closure is not a problem for the sells. I don't think so, man. Not in this case. We got a lot of chop here on the 1 hour, rejecting pretty heavy. 4 hour doesn't seem to be able to get a move on here. 1 hour rejecting, 30-minute rejecting here as well. We already broke the 30-minute highs too, and the current 4 hour highs. 15-minute coming down, so I like these sells. Yeah, we got a 30 closure coming up too, so yeah, I like them. Let's see if we get the closure. Let's see. Let's go. Kenhard, let's go. Putting his buddies on. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. You have any questions, just let us know. Don't hesitate to reach out in the chat. You guys don't hear the music? You should hear the music. Unless I'm hearing things. Unless I'm hearing stuff. Full margin? Yeah. Hey, who's got some good questions today? Some questions that'll get everyone thinking. Some questions that'll get me thinking. Anyone? Low volume? Yes, sir. Low volume, but we might start heating up here. We might start getting busy. Yeah, let's see how the candle closes. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. So let's see what happens here. If we can get that closure, we should have enough volume to start pushing us further through this range here. Got a lot of clean range too. A lot of clean range. Lots of clean range. The daily resistance at 36, 42. Is it worth paying attention to? Daily resistance. Yeah, I mean, we could say, hey, we're tapping into that area, right? Because if the daily is going to retest any zone, it's most likely going to be this one, right? Right here, that last support that we ran into. So that's what we did. So we can definitely start to reject from here for sure. All right, 1 minute. Let's see how we do here. How do you beat the negative RR? You have a high win rate. Yeah, and even with an okay win rate, you could still win with negative RR. Yeah, but usually like the playbook that we use, and you could see it in my trading, you could see it across the board in all the a lot of the clubhouse members trading. We're all having like a 70 to 80% win rate, so that helps a lot. You know, when you have sometimes negative RR trades. How to raise your vibration? You gotta clean up your inner world. So when I say that, I mean the mind. You know, the heart, the mind, right? You gotta clean that up. You gotta switch up your thought process. Instead of hoping for things, you gotta start expecting them, right? Yeah, there's a lot of ways. A lot of ways that Rafi talks about: breathing techniques, visualization, feeling before you act, you know, stuff like that. The foods you eat, believe it or not, the content you that you entertain, right? The thoughts that you speak, all that stuff goes to raising your vibration. Your exercise, the way you move your body. Yeah. Being an honest person, keeping integrity, right? Like doing things that you're supposed to do when nobody knows whether or not you did them. These are all things that really raise your frequency and your vibration, and in return it delivers confidence, you know, and good results. Alrighty, 13 seconds. Let me get myself set up here. We're gonna need a top wick, obviously, right? Top wick, and then let's see if we can. Whoa! Where'd that go? All right, I think we still closed below the range though. So let's see if we can get a top wick, and then yeah, the cells aren't looking pretty good, or looking pretty good here. Yeah, we closed below the main zone there, so not too bad. All right, we got a wick. Let's see if we can come up, break the highs here. We should have some good volume. So if we can, yeah, if we can, let me go over to the MGC chart too, so I can close some partials here. Oh no! Oh wow! Oh wow! That's crazy. Wow. Well, that's fun. Sheesh. That's insane. All right, well, that's that wick fill. There it is. We were too late. 12 seconds in. Very nice, very nice. Wow. I should have just took the one contract. Should have pulled it on the one. Yeah, we probably needed a better stop anyway. Made 220 by mistake. That's classic. Yeah, that's classic gold move right there. Wow. I think I would have wanted I think I needed a steeper top wick anyway. Yeah, it was nice though. It's quick. Very quick. MGC. Who got it? I know some people definitely got it. Where would I have entered? I would have liked to enter on the break of the wherever the current candle low was. Yep. I feel like you guys yesterday. You missed it. Alright, well, we just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. If you missed the bus, you gotta wait for the next one. We had all the we had all the volume of December in that one candle right there, yeah. Yeah, that's true. My broker canceled the stops. Oh, damn. I didn't mind the closure. The top wick could have been better here. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, well, pretend that you just woke up and you just got here and nothing happened and you're just looking at the charts now. Walk out and come back in. Damn, broker canceled the order, huh? Did we get to 20? Yeah, we got, no, not yet. Not yet. I could definitely see 20 here. Getting 20 out of there. Talk about one's relationship with money and how it influences trading. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one because growing up, you set yourself up with an identity, you know. Yeah, you make yourself up with an identity, and you go, okay, well, this is what my parents made. This is what my dad made, and my dad worked really hard, and you know, so you don't realize that maybe your dad's or your mom's ladder was up against the wrong building, so they might have been working really hard, but not been paid well, right, for that position. Where trading is much different. You don't have to work that hard at all, right? And you can make a lot of money. So yeah, you just gotta shake your limiting beliefs that you grew up with about money and what your parents made and what your friends' parents made and whatnot. And you gotta understand that this is you now, right? And you're in a new game and you control it. And however much money you want to make, you can make. You know, money's a currency, like Bob Proctor said in that one book. Well, I forget the name of the book, but he said, "You were born rich. Now all you gotta do is decide how much money you want to make." So you are the decider. You know, you do decide. So if you can shake those limiting beliefs, you'll be able to expand your overall perspective on money, and all of a sudden you'll start saying, like I say, money comes to me in increasing quantities on a continuous basis over and over again. I'm so happy and grateful right now that I'm making $250,000 a month effortlessly. It just keeps flowing into my bank account. It never stops. It comes in while I'm sleeping, while I'm eating, while I'm driving, while I'm speaking. It just does not stop. The current is wide open, right? And you start talking like that. So that's when you start commanding, right, the laws to work in your favor. Yep. Don't think too much. Don't think too much either. Yeah. Where would my TP be? I would have took partials at the wick fill, no doubt, and then yeah, let the rest run. Try and let it run down towards like 20. 20 look good. 20 look good. Yeah, we still got a lot of range. So if price really does want to move down here today, we still have plenty of opportunity. Plenty of opportunity. Even if we can get something like this to form up, right? And then we get that next resistance level. Now we got that break and retest while we're going against the 4-hour candle anyway. And there's your wick fill, right? For a little bit later on. Could be forming the bottom wick, yeah, but it also could be really deciding to move back down on the 4-hour. So yeah, you're all right though. We could be forming that lower wick. 1 hour though is rejecting a lot up here. So I'm assuming that if we can stay closing steadily strong here on the 1 hour, 30 minute and all that, you're most likely going to get like a 30-minute pack runner on the next candle. That will allow the 1 hour to create a steep top wick, and then we can maybe look for like some sort of like celery play, you know, something like this. If that does happen, you get the 1 hour candle to open up. The first 15 minutes of the candle moves up, breaks the highs, comes back down, right? Closes somewhat like this, and then we can look to take sells to continue down. First day in the clubby, let's go. Jets full. 305 in the house, okay. Yeah, you really do have to believe it. You have to believe it. You have to get around other people who have it so you can really see that it's possible. you have to like I was saying to the other question about the vibration, you got to raise your vibration so that way the world begins to work for you versus against you. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but they're all small, very insignificant things that every human being can do. Doesn't need any money, doesn't need anything, any outside resources. You can do it, you know, through visualization and work ethic. Yeah, use your imagination, man. You know, a lot of us, we have these big, bright imaginations when we're children, but then all of a sudden the world just beats the crap out of us, right? To the point where we can't even imagine anymore. The only thing we could imagine now is, oh my God, what if I can't pay my bills, right? That's what they got us doing. They got us going from children who think that we could be anything to adults that think that we're on our last brink, right? Like that we may not pay our rent this month or something like that. So you really have to shift. You got to become one of those glitches in the matrix that we talk about, where you interrupt the normal natural system that they got you programmed to, right? And you glitch that. And you know, these are just some of the ways that you can do it. We would have to wait for a range 2 to continue for sells, most likely, unless you want to take the sell like down here, right? Like, which I don't think is that good of an idea. Yeah, so we don't really need too much, right? We don't need like a major pullback that comes all the way back to 31 here, but we definitely want to see something, right? Before we take sells here. Yeah, you got one thing that the trader has to be good at is admitting that they've missed the initial move, right? If you didn't get in this, you missed it. So you got to be okay with that. You got to admit that. Most traders are going to try and get in down here, and yeah, it's not going to work out. Yeah, we still got all New York. That's right. That's right. How much time does it take to become a good trader after joining the clubhouse? That's an individual question. Guess what? You're the only one, so you can. How much time does it take? You can put yourself into that equation, and you can make up your own time. Did you know that? That it doesn't matter what John did or what Bill did or what Mary did or how long it took me or how long it took Dominic or how long it took Wokey or how long it took C. Melly. Guess what? None of that matters. None of it. None of it has anything to do with how long it will take you to get it done, right? So you will get it done in the desired time that you want to get it done in. And, you know, if your words line up with your actions, then whatever you want, you set the date. When do you want to be a profitable trader, right? And then do what's required and you'll get what's desired. You just got to do it long enough. You got to do it long enough. And you can't stop. You can't deviate. You know, you can't get a couple good results and go right back to your old self. That's where we talk about the identity issue. So everyone wants me to call a trade, but no one wants me to listen to the conversation where I'm talking about your identity sucks. Right? Your identity is trapped in the old you, in the old version of you, right? The one that may not be worthy of this stuff. That's why you pass a combine but fail an XFA, or, you know, get to the XFA but blow it at the payout because your identity is a little screwed up. So listen to some of the things that we're talking about. A lot of wisdom is caught. You know, it's not necessarily taught. It's not necessarily, okay, guys, here is 1, 2, and 3. Take notes on it. Like some things you just gotta hear. How did I join your group? You're in it, brother. Welcome. Welcome. You're in the group. All right, let's see. Magnus, Clinky. You hear all that change in his pocket?
Yo. How we done?
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. You know, I'm feeling incredible.
You good or great?
Every day. Bro, incredible.
Oh, okay.
Not even great.
Oh, nice. Let's get it.
Yeah. How about you?
Excellent. Blessed and highly favored, brother.
Good to hear.
Feeling magnificent.
Let's get it.
Hey,
let's get it.
Let's get the boy up.
Yes, sir. That sell before there? That went quick.
Yeah. I usually get it, but I didn't get it this time.
Nah, yeah, it's good.
Me no get it. That would have been nice
Nah,
though.
we didn't get too much of a top week either. So I would have loved to break up the high, but it was okay. It was good.
Yeah, break of the high would have been great.
Yeah, like a little more top week, but yeah.
Yeah. Who are you and where have you been? Oh, hey, that's what I asked. I try asking the kids that. I'm like, where'd you come from? You know, because sometimes when the kids are, they don't know yet. You know, they like maybe they might have a distinct memory. So you gotta try and catch them when they're young. I said, where were you? Where were you before? like where'd Axel come from? Where was he before? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. These are the questions. These are the big questions. You ever heard that one story? There was a famous baseball player. I'm pretty sure it was Joe DiMaggio, and the kid. There's a little kid. He's like 4 years old, and he goes up to like the pictures and he goes, "Look, hey, mommy and daddy, that's me." They go, "What?" They go, "Yeah, that's me. That's me right there." And he goes, "I used to be a really good baseball player." And all that. But you never know. People might be making this stuff up. But he's like, yeah. And supposedly he knew the guy's parents' names, and those names were never like super public or anything like that. Like, this is a baseball player back in like the, I don't know. When did Joe DiMaggio play? Was that the 70s? Maybe? I'm not too sure, but yeah. We all get that memory wipe though, you know? So it's tough. It's tough. Aye. All right, we'll see how we do here. Big rejection. Really wanted that push, but that's okay. That's not going to make me FOMO, though. It's not going to make me break my plan here today. It's not going to make me say, you know what? Throw up this big playbook piece of paper and just do whatever I want now. Yeah, we just wait. We just wait. Oh, 50s. Oh, wow.
Wait. Buy's not bad either. Like the 4 bullish. So.
Yeah, they're really not. 4 hour is bullish. We did make that lower wick. 1 hour coming back up. 15-minute coming back here. So we close, but
yeah, not bad at all.
Probably gonna need a 15 closure back above.
Yeah, definitely. Like a fake out there.
Yeah. Yep. Would I recommend joining the clubhouse in December? Nah. Just hang out. Join in January. But all the winners, they're making moves quickly. They're joining now. They ain't got time to wait. But you know, they're just whatever decision works best for you. You know, January, February, March, December. I don't know. Clubhouse. Am I giving the wrong advice here?
I'll let chat tell
He
you.
said, get that 1 year package now. Oh man. Yo, that price is increasing though in January, so as long as you guys are willing to pay the price increase, which I'd be more than willing to pay that. But yeah, prices are going up in January, so
Inflation, bro.
Alright, there you go. Yeah, get in now. Not now, but right now. Join yesterday. Join yesterday, bro. Yeah. That yesterday was a really good time to join. Yeah. But the next best time is today. It's today. Wow. Goldie.
Really?
Let's wait on this 30 closure here. Yeah, I got a big 30-minute closure coming up. Axle tax. Axle taxel.
Sick. Yeah, Abdullah, I see you.
Put it on layaway.
Great decision joining the clubhouse.
Yeah, very good, very good. Welcome everyone. All the new clubhouse members, welcome in. Welcome in. We had a great London session last night, which was awesome. No trades, but great conversation. Lots of quality.
Yeah.
Everyone's learning. Now, if you're already in the clubhouse, you won't pay anything extra. You're already grandfathered in. Yeah. Just don't give up that membership, man. Just hang on. Hang on tight. What about your car? Which one?
Hang on tight.
Hang on tight.
Oh yeah. Yes sir, Abdullah. Yeah, you'll pay 150, yeah. Or 149, yeah. The OG's at 111.
Facts. I see the I see the 111s because they're actually pretty rare nowadays. So I be seeing the 111s. Shout out to all the 111s.
Sheesh, 111's sick.
Hey, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
111.
Yes sir. Yeah, 111 is still right, Richard. Insane. Yeah, I like buys here. Yeah. I need like a 15 fake out or something like that. Like, good if the 30 close above here, like a fake out back into the range, and the 15 close, like, fake out soon. Yeah, that'd be fire. What, 111? That's the price. Yeah, the original price for the club. Yeah, we should beat up. Yeah, we should get a shirt with that. Alright. Yeah, right, G19. Yeah, I like the buys too. Yeah, the fall kind of made that bottom wick now, so we should be good to come up here. Not now, but with a closure above, should be good. Explain what a pack runner is? Yeah, when Nick comes back, he'll explain it. That's easier to understand. Why your camera like that? Just a blur background. Let me see it. See, now it's off. Now it's on. Now it's off. So it's just blurry. Sick. 6-month subscription. Sick. Where are your glasses? Yeah, I gotta put them on actually. Glad you said it. Gotta protect the eyes. Packrunner collects people and goes the opposite way. That's pretty much this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Some took a mistake. Currently, we're just waiting. Yeah, exactly. Maverick Wolf. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why's the camera like 2 FPS? It's on the PC. This one. That's why it's like 2 FPS. Yeah. What's the Packrunner? I'll make Nick explain it when you come back. Bro, is it that bad, Richard? Oh wait.
Hey, how are you? We're coming back up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick, can you explain a Packrunner?
Oh, did I hear somebody needed an explanation of a Packrunner? I'm your guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your guy. Yeah. All right. Who was that needed that explanation?
Couple people actually.
All right. Well, then let's give you an explanation of the Packrunner here, eh? So, Packrunner. So, 85% of candles have top and bottom wicks, right? So, anytime candles that look like this, that is not how a candle should look. If a candle looks like this, that is also not how a candle should look. A candle should look like this, right? So, and by the way, it usually will look like this at the closure. So it doesn't necessarily have to look like this at the open. So what the Packrunner is, right, is let's say you get a new 30-minute candle. Right, let me erase this. We got a new 30-minute candle, right? And let's say that this is the 15-minute time frame. So 2 15-minute candles equal 1 30-minute candle, right? So let's say that the candle opens up like this, and by the time that 15-minute is over, the candle closes like that. Now we know that there's an 85% chance that the current 30-minute that this 15-minute is a part of will close like that, right? So what do you see missing here? You see missing what? A lower wick, right? It's not there. So what will tend to happen is that next 15-minute candle, right, will come down and it will break the lows here, right? And sometimes, by the way, this will have like a small wick, right? You know, one of those wicks that you guys like to take like that. Yeah, so it'll have that small little wick on there. And what happens is the 30-minute at that point looks something like this, right? Where it just looks just like the 15. And what'll happen is that 30 will kind of fluctuate a little bit, come back down, break its lows, but at the same time, your 15-minute is coming down to go like that, boom, right? So a lot of times we would enter sells here thinking that we had a potential sell replay. So we would see like price coming down from here, right? Create support. We were really bullish, right? This before we were so dialed in on the 4 hour. So we were really bullish at, bearish, right? Not knowing that this was the 4 hour candle making the lower wick like we talk about today. So what would happen is we would get snagged up right there. We would be the pack, right? They robbed us, right? They grabbed our pack pretty much. And what happened is then price would just go in our direct, like go all the way up, flying up in this direction. So that's where we started to pick up on, hey, candles really need that lower wick. And if a 30-minute candle doesn't have it, right, it will most likely come get it on the next candle. So this is where now we wait for that. So not only do we not get in with a lower wick that's here, right, and then get stopped out on the break of the low, we also don't get in as a sell, and we wait for the lower wick, and then once we got that, we put even more size on a trade like this, because now we know that all the liquidity is in place for price to continue moving up with the higher time frame like the 4 hour candle. Any questions? Yeah. And by the way, vice versa, this could be the 30-minute, right? 30-minute has no lower wick. The 1 hour is over here. The next 30-minute will come down, right? Grab the pack and fly up, so that gives that 1 hour candle a bottom wick. Yeah. Clip it. And it happens a lot of times around NY Open. A lot of times. It'll also happen at times where like you have price moving up, right? And then you get like a resistance, right? You'll see it happen in cases like this, where you'll get like resistance formed, and then all of a sudden that next candle will pop, break the highs, and then boom, come driving down. So you'll see it look like that too from time to time. And that's why it's important to always wait on top wicks. All right, 30. Man, I want to say the price action's looking good, but not necessarily. Not necessarily here. It's tradable.
Not really.
But we'll see. We'll see if we can take advantage of the volume coming in. You're welcome. You're welcome, my friend. It took me the whole year to notice what Nick just explained in 5 minutes. Yeah, that happens. That happens. That's why I'm here. I mean, that's why I'm here, right? Is so that way it doesn't have to take you guys a year. Like what took me 3 years should really take you guys like 6 months at this point. And we're seeing a lot of that happen. We're seeing traders come in, even brand new traders that didn't even know what a pip was. You know, 6-7 months ago, they're already profitable traders, right? They didn't waste too much time on like making mistakes early on. They just came in the clubhouse, came to the YouTube live stream, showed up, paid attention, applied what they were learning, and they're getting pretty good results.
That's true.
What you know, baby, I got it. Yeah, would you look at it? See Melly, how we feeling? See Melly's on a plane right now. The Jet 2 holiday. See Melly's traveling and trading, man. Love it. He just texted me. What a view. What a view. Heading it to New York.
Yeah.
Making pips in the air.
Hope
yeah.
You have a safe flight, C. Millie.
Nice little morning flight.
See millions.
See millions. All right, where comes our hour closure and all that too. Damn, we're gonna close big rejection here. Beautiful hourly time frame, eh?
Yeah, you must say so.
Life's consolidating. Big breakout coming. Big breakout. If you only have $100 US, should I purchase my third resubscription plan or use the rest to buy a Top Step account? Still trying to get my first payout. So if you were getting mad payouts, I would say just flip that money. But it seems like you still need education, you know. So I would just think about it. Yeah, just think about it. Living the dream. Let's go, C Melly. Let's get it. Did I lease my Porsche or buy it cash? And do I have a mortgage on my house to rent it? Who are you? Who the heck are you?
Oh, don't worry. It's just the CIA. Like nothing
What
special.
the hecky? Agent Smith is in the building. Oh man.
IRS coming.
Yeah. The Porsche I bought, but I didn't pay full cash for it, but I did dump a big 6 figures into it. He said in your house. What about that? You got a mortgage on that? You rent it? What do you do there? You know, none of your business. Oh man, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Yeah. 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 Car is an asset. House is not. So, yeah.
That's mad fun. What size sneakers you wearing?
My blood type. Alrighty. Okay, so we did close below. So yeah, no, this actually makes things a little easier for us now. So let's see if we can get a top wick, right? And then a closure below here. Yeah, below that range there. And then this actually doesn't look too bad. 1 hour closing bearish as well. Below the range, pretty strong. 4 hour, yeah, can go either way here. But if we can get a closure now below 29, this looks pretty good for 9:15, 9:30. And I guess if we get up above 31, it's not bad either. But I think the sells look a little better here.
I like buys and sells. Let's say we move too much now in the sell here or something, and then coming back up and closing above, that'd be great for buys too.
Yeah.
But I like sells and buys yet too. It's looking good. Nothing now though. It's done.
House is it depends. It depends. House could be an asset, it could be a liability. A lot of people think they have an asset as a house, and a lot of times they don't. Yeah, just you got to pay so many taxes, and you got improvements, and there's a lot that goes with it. Where if you just rent it, you know, you don't have to take care of any of that stuff. So it just depends on your life situation. It could either be a asset or a liability, just depending where it is, what it is. Like there's a lot that goes into it. But most people, they think they're sitting on an asset, and they're really not. Yo, what up, Dan? Peace and love, my man. Peace and love. Yeah, Grant Cardone only rents. If he's buying, he's making money on it, right? It's a true asset. Other than that, just renting.
Magnus, do you follow football? Not at all, no. I do not.
Football.
No football.
If we join the clubhouse on December 27th, will it be the same? Well, yeah, the price goes up January 1. So December 27 is good to go. Until when am I going to go live here? I don't know. I think we talked about it the other day, right? I forgot what date it was. But don't worry about it. We'll just keep mowing. We'll just keep pushing through until that, 2 or 3 days before that. And then I'll let you guys know. I think it's not next week, but the week after. There you go. If something takes money out of your pocket, it's likely not an asset. Much love from Kenya. Kenya in the house. When are we going to Kenya?
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
TT meetup Kenya.
When are we going to Kenya, man? Am I quitting YouTube streaming? No, absolutely not. I have zero plans of stopping the YouTube live stream. I love this. I love streaming. Yeah, I think the question was, when will we stop for like the holiday? So you got Christmas and all that coming up, so, and New Year's, so I think that was what they were asking. Goldie, Goldie, Goldie. What will Goldie do here? Interesting.
Damn.
It's gone, bro. It wants to melt so bad here, right? It's just something is going on here.
Literally.
So maybe it breaks right now.
Wow.
I don't know. But it wants to go, but it's just it can't. It's just not going. So let's see. Maybe we get the breakthrough now. Now that we're in the 9 a.m. candle, this is where we should get going.
I don't know, man. Sheesh. Wait, the one on the time frame though, it's like it has a steep wick, so this candle right now could end up as a wick too and like come up again. So
Come right back up. Yep.
yeah.
4 hour playing games with my heart. Yeah, 4 hour playing games here. 4 hour don't know what to do.
Sheesh. We literally had a range for a week, and then we closed below, and we closed right inside again.
A little fake out. A little whoops, right back in.
Oh, sick.
This has been the main issue on gold has really just been this 4 hour time frame. Very choppy. The crypto thing I mentioned earlier. What was that? What did I mention earlier about crypto?
Crypto. I didn't hear that.
What was that? What were we talking about? Rate cuts? I think the only time we spoke about crypto was for FOMC, right? Yay! Yeah, I mean, if we get the cuts, I mean, you know, the crypto should fly. No crypto payments yet. Yeah, especially after the rate cuts. We don't want your Bitcoin at, 120. If Bitcoin runs down to 40, then maybe we'll consider it.
Let's see who buys there.
I don't even want to open up a payment for crypto, because then that just opens up the door to a whole nother group of Quakers. The
Definitely.
Quakies come through with the crypto.
Oh goodness.
All right, let's see what we do, man. 15 just gone. Really want to see a nice top wick and maybe a resistance here. Big day tomorrow, so just keep that in mind. Like, if you have a no trade day today, no problem, right? Or if you already took a trade and you don't see anything else that you really like, no problem. We're right ahead of a big FOMC here tomorrow. Yo, Nikola Tesla, my man, holy crap.
Is he
Nikola
here?
Tesla has
Jeez.
low-key been a member of TTE since the good old days of the iMac, of me clicking buttons on the magic mouse. Wow. Sheesh. What's the color of my chart? I think it's this color right here. It's solid. This one right
Solid.
there.
Charlotte.
But we'll see about crypto. We'll see. I'm up 1.6K this month, not risking anything here in this disgusting price action. I don't blame you, man. That's a winner right there. That's a winning trader mentality.
Yep.
25 minutes later, damn, these buys are looking good.
Literally.
Yeah, hey, stick to the plan today. Stick to the plan.
Exactly. Stick to your plan.
Yep, yep. Where's the good questions, though? Where's the good questions? Who will take advantage of the time here today? The only time we have is right here, right now. Which mistake did you used to make more often before finding profitability, and how your mindset shift? So I was pretty dumb. I would do some really dumb things coming up in the game, like something I would do, and I don't know why, but I would have a buy stop, right? And I don't think many people do this. I don't know why I did it too, but then I would just add another buy stop. Like, for what? So now when I got in this trade, I was already risking with one, and then that just made it even worse. So like there'd be times where when it comes down to it, over risking really hurt me. It really damaged me because I had already been slightly successful in life before getting into trading, and I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder, a bit of an ego, a bit of a I got to get this done now because I already been applying success principles for this long and that long, and I should just be able to walk in here and do this, right? So my big thing was really over leveraging, and what would happen was I'd get in this trade now double sized. We'd get a little fluctuation and I'd have to close, because if this thing started heading south, my whole account was going to blow. So where I would get in, and let's say Don or Raja would just hang out and they'd be in a little bit of a fluctuating drawdown, I'd have to get out or blow my account or something like that, all due to just a little bit of fluctuation. It was like really pointless. And I would do that, and then I would overtrade and all that stuff, So I think over risking and over trading was my biggest issue, and that's why I kind of talk about that so much. It held me back. And that also is an example of, it doesn't matter what you did before here. Again, I spoke on stages all over the East Coast of the United States here, right? I spoke to people about leadership. I spoke to people about personal growth and development. I spoke to people about building e-commerce companies, right? And then when I came here, I got humbled very quickly, because the market basically said, we don't give a rip what you did before. We don't care who you are. We don't care that you did this or you did that. The only thing we care about is if you apply a profitable strategy, right? So I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder, a little bit of an ego coming in, and I'm kind of like came in with a little bit of like a money hungry entitlement mentality, and I wish I didn't do that, because that would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartache. So that's why we're here now, trying to help you guys. Trying to help you avoid all that.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's really not the same way. You explained it before too, Nick, that it's really not the same way. We earn money here by doing, we do get paid by doing our job, but we don't come here, spend hours and hours just waiting on our setups and all that, and then we get paid by being here. We can be here, still lose trades, but can you handle that? That's the thing. So we don't get paid by doing more and more and more and taking more trades and more trades. Sometimes it's just less is more, and that's not how the game works. But we come from a different mentality a lot of times too. So it's that learning path there. That's really it.
True. And you either got to go through it, or you got to hear somebody who went through it, and you got to go through it slightly.
Exactly.
Like you still got to kind of go through it a little bit, right? To kind of prove the theory in a way. So, and I get that. And by the way, I don't mind that. I think people should fail forward and learn and test these theories, and don't just bank off of what I'm saying, but bank, collect data on it and whatnot.
Yeah. Talk about data. Look who's here. Mr. Gems.
Mr. Data? Mr. Data?
Mr. Data. That's good.
Mr. Dada?
That.
Let's pull Johnny Gems up here. Bye-bye, Goldie. Where is he? Okay, here we go. Hey, John, how are you? Jan?
Yo, what's up,
Hey,
John?
Jan. Hey, Jan.
What's up,
Look at
Jan?
that fresh haircut, looking like Mr. GQ.
Yeah, that looks
My
pretty
goodness.
sick.
What am I going to do when I'm in the
Yo,
middle of
yo.
these two guys?
Let's go, boys.
You're going to be hanging out? What the heck? Hey, yo, what's
What
poppin'?
up?
Yo,
What up?
yo.
What's pop?
How are you?
Amazing, bro. Feeling good. How you guys feeling? Feeling blessed and highly favored.
Hey,
Incredible. Let me just
sir,
give me one.
fresh.
Let me
You're right here for 9:30.
give me 1 sec.
Yes, sir, bro. We back.
We back at it. How was your nap?
It was pretty good, bro. It's too short.
How did I know you took a nap? And how did I know it was too short? It just you could just hear it.
Bro. Freaking 9:30, bro. I had to
hey.
come to all that.
Ain't it great where you could just take a random nap like midway through the morning because you're a day trader and you secure payouts because you follow a profitable trading system and don't deviate from it? Pretty good. Yeah. Wow.
It's awesome, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Damn, that's a fresh
bad.
card
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty fresh.
I'll
Yes,
show my
sir.
brother that picture
You
next
could-
time.
You could hear it in the voice immediately.
Yeah.
That
But-
laugh
Here for
right
the
there.
tips.
Blessed and highly favored. Hey, at least he's on top of it. Halfway asleep, he's still on top of his self-talk.
We're still here, chat.
Exactly. Other people would have been like, "Yo, how are you?" So, yeah, you know, it's all right.
Dude, yeah, I'm amazing, bro. Blessed and
That's
highly
great.
favored.
That's
I just want pips at 9:30. So we'll see.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but good to see you boys again. What's up, chat? Good to see y'all.
Yay. Any gems on
Freaking
goal
Goldie.
setting? Goal setting that decreased your likelihood of having setbacks? Yeah, actually, I'm all about setting big goals, right? But then you got to break that goal down into little small goals that are attainable. So again, Mr. V would always say, "Nick, how do you eat an elephant?" So I don't know. I never ate an elephant. He go, "One bite at a time." He was, "Oh, okay." So he said, "One bite at a time." How do you tackle a big dream and goal? You do it one little goal at a time. So if you have a big goal, right, then the idea now is to break that goal down into little actions that are going to lead to the outcome. So you want to get rid of the outcome, like get your focus off the outcome as much as you get it onto the actions that it takes to get there, right? And start small, right? So I think you asked, like, what are some ideas to, like, decrease the likelihood of having setbacks? So I would start very small. Make it a goal that you can accomplish. One that's so easy, right? Start making a couple little goals that are so easy to accomplish. Yeah, you could almost do it with your eyes closed, right? That'll start to train your brain, start to get you going in that mode of, okay, I accomplish goals. So first, set goals that you can fail, right? They're simple. Wash the dang dishes. I don't know, make your bed, stuff like that. Remove, like, all sorts of, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, like fantasizing, right? Like, oh, I gotta, right? And just execute, right? And ambition, it's good, but you really gotta execute, right? That's kind of where the rubber meets the road. So yeah, do stuff like that. Create non-negotiables, right, for your goal. So whatever it is, make 3 or 4 things that you can do every day that will build your character to be able to become that person that lives and achieves that goal. And that's it. Remove all friction. Make it easy. Make it easy to win, hard to lose. Easy to win, hard to lose. We talked about that
That's it
last
right there,
night too in Asian, right? About replacing bad habits with good habits and whatnot, and making it very easy on yourself. Like if you're trying to lose weight and get in better shape, then go through your cabinets, remove all the junk food, go through your refrigerators, remove all the stuff that's not going to be geared towards helping you get to your goal. So you make it so hard not to win at that point, right? So yeah, do a fresh fresh shopping run, where you get only foods that are gonna work towards your goal versus pull you away from it. There's Green. Hey Green, how are you? TK, how are you? Rafi, hey, how are you?
What up, boys?
Nightbot's here.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Sheesh, whole fam's here. Morning.
Yeah. Do you think there's an age limit? I would say it's never too late to start, and it sounds so cliche. Like it's never too late. Everyone say that, right? It sounds pretty cliche, but I mean, time passes by anyway. So what are you gonna do with time now? Like, I think the best moment was yesterday. Yeah, like Nick said too, and the second best time is probably here today, right now. So no age limit.
I got one elite member. I was with him yesterday. He's 20 years old. 20 years old. He had his first $10,000 profit month last month. I have somebody who is probably in their 50s, and he just for the first time ever quadrupled his normal income. So time and age is just an excuse that the average man or woman uses not to get the job done. So it doesn't matter how old you are, when it is, what time it is. The time is now. The time is now. So anyone could do this. Doesn't matter age. I'm actually I have a new book series coming out. I think you guys are gonna love this. But I'm going back through the magic of thinking big, and one of the big points of that book is most people just have excuses. Right? They make excuses for everything. I'm too big. I'm too small. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too old. I'm too young. Right? Now's not the right time. Like so many people make excuses, right? And that is what kills them from moving forward in life. It's not that they can't do it. It's just that they won't do it. I got a lot of book reviews coming at you guys. Yo, books were probably the number one thing that helped me shift my reality. So it's always been a passion of mine, reading and stuff, ever since I was in my early 20s. Never read a book growing up. Could care less about reading, could care less about getting good grades in school. But for some reason, once I started getting into leadership books and personal growth and development and sales and whatnot, I started just enjoying it, especially when I started learning about the mind and the mindset and whatnot. Got obsessed. So I'm going to bring some good information to the point where you guys may not even have to go read the book. Yeah, you just listen to the 10-minute, it's probably going to be like 8 to 10 minute short form like video YouTube content.
Fire.
Too tall.
It's 9:30 coming up.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth,
was,
9:30's coming up, guys. Maybe celery play. If this candle closes really weak, potential celery play. If it closes strong, we'll see.
Yeah, it's true. 30 minutes still bearish.
No top wick though, so
Crazy.
that's why I would be open
True.
for the buys.
True.
Bro, I can't stop thinking about the like full of being bullish here too.
Me too.
That too.
4 hour lower wick. Yeah.
Bro, I thought I was tripping for a sec. Like it literally looks the same as pre-New York, bro. I'm like, whoa.
Bro.
Like we really didn't do much. Like, damn.
Just so y'all know, John is not tired at all.
Not like seriously, it looks
What's tired,
exactly
John?
like if you look at pre-New York, like it looks exactly like that. So I'm like,
Yeah, it
wait,
does,
didn't that
it
happen
does.
already?
Bro, it's just off. I don't know, chalk price.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see here. We're gonna see. There's some potential here to continue short though, especially if this candle closes weak. You kind of got like that celery play, break of the lows. We should touch down into like 13 here. You got a lot of volume coming in too. Lots of volume. 5 minutes though. We got a lot of time. A lot of time. The age limit. My camera? Yeah, you can't see me on Zoom. You can't see me on Zoom. You can only see me when I'm on YouTube. OBS has my camera. So that's what that is.
So maybe it's Nick, maybe it's AI. We never know.
You just never know. But I could put another camera in here, honestly, and just use that one. Okay, let me just send this text. I normally don't text at 9:23 in the morning, but I'll make an exception here. Has something to do with the Porsche, so got to make an exception. Alright, we see what happens here. We see what happens.
Yeah, Nick. How else are we gonna see a ripped, rich, and rare face?
That's the only way. You gotta come over to YouTube and like the stream.
Done.
Just read that chapter on excuse-itis. Absolutely. That's the chapter I was talking about. One of my favorite chapters. If you guys haven't read The Magic of Thinking Big, I want you to go there right now. Read chapter 3, excuse-itis. Most of us got it. And we didn't get it, just because we were born with it. We got it through our associations and our sphere of influence and all that stuff.
Yep. Damn, Goldie running here last 5 minutes.
Goldie. Yes, wow.
Damn, leader too. Sheesh. Oh my goodness.
We got all markets melting.
Damn. Yeah.
Can I join the clubhouse if I'm trading CFDs? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lacode trades forex. Yeah, so a bunch of people in here still trade some forex. I mean, our system works regardless. I mean, I used to trade forex. I traded the same exact playbook. Forex, futures, it doesn't really make a difference when it comes to like strategy. The only thing annoying about Forex is the spread and the slippage. So that's the only reason I don't really trade it too much. But same strategy, same ideas, same analysis. You two make more excuses than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. Yeah. Sometimes your mentor says things like that. They have to. A good mentor tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I remember I tried to make an excuse to Mr. V. I'll never forget. It was like the first excuse I ever made. And he was like, yeah, if you want, if you really want everything that you wrote down, one recommendation I would say is start reading some personal growth and development books. Here's a book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Go read it, And then I came back to him and said, yo, I don't really like reading. Is there anything else I could do? He said, I didn't. He's like, when did you hear me say you had to like reading? He said, I just said you had to read if you want what you wrote down on that piece of paper right there.
Right.
And then I said, okay. That was pretty stern. So I go back, I start reading. And I go back to him again. I go, I did what you said. Like, I don't really like reading, but I do it anyway. But I started falling asleep. He goes, without a hesitation. He goes, well, then read standing up. I said, whoa. Really?
Bro, I love it, yeah. Every
So
time you say it.
one thing that taught me was when you're around other winners, your excuse will never do. It'll never do. They'll never accept your excuse, and they'll always show you how you're just being soft, you know? So at that point, I just started reading, walking in my room, you know? I stopped reading laying down. Since every time I laid down to read, I fell asleep, I stopped doing that. I started walking. And guess what? I didn't fall asleep while I was reading anymore. You know, so we have so many excuses, but it's not until you get around true winners that really kind of wake you up and shake you up a little bit. And like, yo, if you're serious about these goals, then, you know, there's certain things that you really got to take care of.
Yeah, man.
Gotta love a good mentor. You really do. Wow, Gold. Pretty easy solution, right? How come I didn't think of that? One of my favorite books ever. I'm gonna be doing I'll probably record another 1 or 2 books today as well, and I think I will cover The Magic of Thinking Big today. I'm in Asia. Can I join the clubhouse? Of course, my friend. Of course. Why not? Come on in.
Train Asia. So.
Let's lock and load. Let's level up. Yeah, keep in mind, gang, we are increasing the price of the clubhouse. So it's only right that we do that. So if you guys are looking to get grandfathered in at the price that we're at now, then lock it in. If not, it'll still be worth it. But, you know, if you got it, if you can do it now, now's a good time. Be falling asleep. Yeah, and by the way, I was also coming in with that preconceived notion of I don't really like to read. I don't read. I was in resource room in school growing up because they told me I was stupid, right? So I was also still trying to shake that disbelief and that damaged self-image that the school system had put on me. You know what I mean? So I was obviously limiting myself, and you know, he taught me, yo, you got no limits, G. You know, no limits.
Yo, Nick, you like buys here? If you get a top wick?
Yeah, let's see if we leave this wick. And the buys actually are not too bad with that 4 hour being bullish.
1 hour no top wick too.
Yeah, 1 hour no top wick. I'm gonna be patient here. If this thing wants to run now, it runs. I need a good wick here. Yeah, I don't care for the buys that much. When does price action become normal? It's okay. I mean, it's okay right now. It's just a little choppy here and there, but I mean, you know, it's the end of the year, so a lot of the big timers, they're stepping out now. You know, a lot of people are going on vacation, finishing up the year, taking that time off. So it just slows down naturally.
You think Wickfield?
I'm thinking wick fill and continue down into 13 potentially here.
Yeah. About the same.
Yeah, now that we rebroke those highs, I'm going to have a sell stop here, right here. Breaking the lows. I don't really care for these buys too much. If we can keep running down, that'd be awesome here. Yeah, the buys, they're okay. I wanted a very confirmed lower wick here, though.
Yeah. Happened very quick.
Boom, 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 boom. The Fast Lane Millionaire? I never read that one, no. Who was that by? I know I've heard of it. All right. Do we come back down here at 9:30? Break the low, fill the wick? We'll see. We'll see. The cells may also need a nice resistance form somewhere up here, but we'll take a look.
Yeah. Might.
You gonna keep waiting? Yeah, you keep waiting. I'm gonna set the sell. I have a sell stop here, so we'll see. We'll see if we come back up now or come back down here, break the lows. We still have a lot of volume, gang. We're 2 minutes into the 9:30 candle here. 2 minutes. So just keep that in mind. Very, very bearish. What are the stops looking like here now? 70?
Stops were pretty big.
Stops will be current candle highs. Yeah. Can't take your trade off with top step. Uh-oh, hopefully it keeps running. The buys? I don't think the buys are wrong. I just think we needed a good wick on the 15. Like a little bit of time here. Yeah, because you still had a very, very bearish 30 minute. Yeah, move quickly. Yeah, 1 hour came back up though. 4 hour too. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna delete. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this. We'll see what happens when we get back up here. Yeah, you never know. Maybe we take the sells from where we took them or where we wanted to take them earlier, which was like right here.
Yeah, like 30.8. Yeah. Or 31.2.
I did like the buys. It's just too fast, you know? Bottom wick and then gone. Yeah, if you took the buys, I don't think they were too bad. You just had to be quick with it. For me, with that 30-minute closing the way it did, it's nice to get a decent lower wick though, right, on this candle here before taking the buys on the break of the high. Yeah. But now we got that little pack.
Exactly, yeah. But when the 30 is bearish and closing that strong bearish, we really want to see that just like something, right? Just like a high, low, and then maybe re-break of low, and then the break of high should be good.
Yeah,
but
like a re-break
it's tough
of it, yep.
Just make that bottom rig real quick and then fly.
Yeah, because what you could see there is a break of the high and then a continued move down, something like that. Breaks the highs, creates that top wick, right, and then just drives there. So, and it drives. How do you lower your risk when stop loss is too big? You just got to lower your contract size. That's all. Plan was to see a lower wick to 21. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I want to see a little bit of a better wick than that too. Again, that was the first 5-minute candle there. So we just popped right in that 5 minutes. So we'll see how we do now. What's setup? This setup here, if you took the buy, that would be like an onion play. Yeah. Wow, so we grabbed the pack here. We gave the 1 hour top wick. We flipped bullish on the 4 hour, but only to no prevail. So will we continue down? I like a good potential fade coming up here, or onion, you know, resistance formed. Kind of like our break and retest that we've been waiting on. Right? Because with the 4 hour being bullish, like, yeah, we could have executed here, but although we didn't, right, we still kind of needed that break and retest to get really valid when it comes to going against the 4 hour chart. So now if you do create some sort of a retest here, right, and you remain outside of the range, right, back below the range, and you should continue moving bearish here. We got little jobs, jolts, jobs coming in too. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could play it. We'll see if it plays out though. Let's see. 4 hour brought all the way up too. Yep. Yeah, like Magnus was talking about that 4 hour being bullish. But again, look at all the rejections on the 1 hour here. And then the 1 hour comes up, makes a top wick, and just flips bearish again. So now we see how this 30-minute candle does. 15-minute candle, as long as you start staying below 42.30, the price is still down. Yeah, so something like this would be perfect. Let's say the news comes out, we take some time to move up, create a top wick, we have sell stops right on the break of the low. Does the news chop gold? It could, yeah.
We might get the wick fill now.
Yeah, no. What the hecky? Do I know TJR? I do not. I do know a TJ, but not a TJR.
TJR.
TJ. $107 in 5 minutes, so hey, Simz. Oi! Do I know Raja? I've heard of him. How much did I backtest? No, it was mainly live. Yeah, it was mainly live data there. Yep. Luckily, I had other traders that went before me who had already really dialed in their sample sizing stuff, so I was able to benefit off of that, all while at the same time, you know, being able to collect my own data on top of it. Wow, yo, we may get this opportunity here. So, potential inverted celery, right? Where if we do close weak, right, on the break of the lows, just where we had it, if we can close a little lower, like down here, then I like these. These are going to be pretty good. So we got a 15 closure.
15 inverted.
Yeah, 4 minutes, and we'll see. We grabbed the pack too, so. Ted, I never traded with Ted. I just heard about him from Raja. You know, he would come on Raja's stream from time to time and talk or whatever. All right, let's see how we do. We got the takeoff time coming in. Ted. Yeah, I don't know what happened with them guys, man. Ted is like a migraine. Yo, I'm done. Yeah, unfortunately, that was really like the first domino that went down in when was that? That was like 2022, right? 2023. I mean, that was really the first signs of us getting out of trading forex and all that. Yeah, brokers were going down, prop firms were going down. It was getting crazy. You remember that, right?
It was wild, bro.
A lot of people quit during that time. A lot of people were like, "Hey, I don't know, man. I can't rely on this." It's wild.
Bro, that might have just been happening for us to kind of separate the people who want to continue and who don't.
Yeah, man. Yep. Definitely weeded a lot of people out.
Definitely. It was a tough time. What do we call it? TFT?
Yeah.
The funded trader.
Yeah.
They went down too. Sheesh, I had like full accounts with them too.
I think the biggest one was My Forex funds, though. They were like the biggest one to go down. It was wild.
I didn't have accounts there, but I bet it was pretty serious. Sheesh.
If I join the clubhouse this month, what happens to my subscription on the holidays when you guys are not streaming? Nothing. Nothing. We'll be getting together. We will be streaming technically, but we won't be trading. So we'll be getting together throughout the holidays. We probably just won't stream on like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Other than that, I mean, it's a vibe. You know, we get up, do Q&As, hang out, possible simulations. You know, all different stuff. So we're gonna just keep the ball rolling, and just not
The
trading.
market still moves. I
Yeah, it
remember
does.
London last time was pretty fire.
Yeah, I mean, we can have the markets open for sure, and possibly look for opportunities on those days. But yeah, we're not
Yeah.
really taking much of a break. We're just breaking for the holiday itself, and then just keeping it moving. Yeah, that was wild time in trading, man. Wild time. That's around the time that I went through my losing streak too. My big 7 trade losing streak. So some of you guys are like, I could do that in a day. Yeah. Price increase January 1. Yeah, January 1. 1 January. Technicals, yeah. Yeah, I actually never learned anything from Ted. Yeah, I didn't know what the heck that guy was talking about half the time. He was always talking about the 5-minute too. Magnus would like him. Yeah, I never knew what the heck Ted was like even talking about. Like he would just get on and just run like on a topic for like an hour. It was crazy. A conus egg? Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah. I think I know what kid you're talking about now. Yeah. Mhm. The losing streak? It was just a natural. I think it was just like a natural lose. It was really a lot of it was errors on my end, not necessarily the playbook. Basically, it was right around the time Kingston was born. I was also moving into a new place. I just had a lot going on, you know, outside of trading and stuff too. So maybe that distracted me a little bit. I don't know. We did a big webinar on it and all that though, so it was pretty good. But it felt good. Felt good to go through because that was really like my first losing streak after becoming a quote unquote like profitable trader. So that was the first time I really started like getting hit like that, and I kept a pretty good perspective throughout that time, and I also got some mentorship during that time from an actual 8-figure trader, and he changed my whole entire like approach. Like he was the one that really like told me again, like, dude, like execution is your edge. Like there's no need to, you know, pull back on this playbook. Look at your data. Look at everything. He's like, it's just you being soft right now, kind of like, and you know, not making adjustments. So it was a well needed time in my trading career. Mr. V, no, Mr. V doesn't trade. He doesn't day trade or anything. Yeah. Nah, this was an actual trader. Yeah, I had to hire him for some mentorship, show him my data, give him my thought process. We spent a couple hours together, and yeah, he helped me out. February 6th losing stick. Yeah, was it 6? It was like 6 or 7. Yep. And looking back on it, it wasn't even that bad. You know, 6 losses. They just came all in a row. Just boom, 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 boom. I think John fell asleep again.
Yeah, probably.
TTS.
Just a quick nap.
Just a quick little nap. How you doing? Yeah, that was back in the day. Yeah, Rasta. Yeah. That was a while ago. We lost all the fakies. That honestly was a good time. It was a good time in the whole journey of it all. Oopsies. Let me do that again. Goldie, right back in the range here. What's today? Tuesday, right? Interesting.
They'll have clean range though.
I'll
With
tell
the
you,
moonlight.
this right here has 18 rounds of golf written all over it. Doesn't it? Guys, show this to my wife. Doesn't this price action look like it says 18 holes of golf? Yeah? I mean, if any price action looked like 18 holes, it looked like that right there, right? Pretty much. Yeah, facts, man. Pretty much. Honey, if you're watching, I love you. But look at the price action here today. Just look at it. 18 holes. That was when the price was 21.27. My man. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, price was like 2,000 at that point. Wow. How'd you remember that? Thanks for the recommendations. Morning with Nana. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Honey, would you look at that? Or just look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, just look at it. That month you had that losing streak was the first month I came in to be a part of the community. Wow. Yeah, you're a real one. Lights fire. That's a real one right there. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, what date was that? I'll be honest. You guys see how we have the record up here? I had a record, and the joint was like 1 win and like 9 losses. I was so fired up to come up to the stream every day. It was awesome. It was incredible. I don't know, man. I don't know. That was probably like 2022 or 2023 maybe. Yeah, somewhere around here. July. I think it was earlier in the year than that. It was like February, right?
Yeah, the losses thing.
Yeah.
It was February, like mid.
December 13th.
Yeah, 2023. Like.
Sam Capital. Yeah, I don't know when that was. That was like sometime in 2023. I think it might have been no, it was like January because that was when Kingman was born. I remember it was very early in the year.
You sure?
Yeah, because Kingman was born in January.
Yeah, okay. Could have been.
Do I find it?
Goldie.
Yeah, sometimes December could be like a little bit more of a chill month. Yeah, you know, especially if all your goals have been hit throughout the year, then you treat December like a pretty chill month. All the big timers are kind of stepping out now, getting ready for holidays and whatnot. February of 2024? 2024? No, 2023. Wait, when was Kingston? I'd be forgetting when Kingston was born. How old is this dude? 1.5? Yeah, it was somewhere around.
John, you're back.
Somewhere around those times.
Yes, sir.
Hey, John. How are you?
What up?
Hey, how are you?
It's goody.
We got Rafi here too.
Hey, right, Raffy?
Rafi.
Mr. Rafi.
Might stick around for 1 or 2 more closures.
Yep. Johnny, please drop a gem, yeah. The people
Oh,
are waiting.
There's no secrets to
drop a
success
good
here,
morning.
chat. Follow your damn plan.
No secrets. Secrets. No secrets.
Secrets to success.
Your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. That's pretty much the only secret. That's the one thing that most people can't quite seem to understand. So that's why when you doubt and you're all upset and anxious, that's why you have a doubtful, anxious, upsetful life, right? Because that's what you have bottled up inside of you. So you got to begin to change the image on the inside, so that way it will reflect the image on the outside, right? Or the image on the inside will be what becomes on the outside for you. Gary, get it.
Just get it.
No. Fire.
Yeah.
Damn. So choppy, bro. To the left.
Let's see here. Just an honest question. Let's take a look. Isn't a conflict of interest promoting and trying to make profit on a prop firm that has earned their money from people losing accounts? Yeah, pretty much. It depends. Depends what your morals are. You know, that's the reason I didn't really start a prop firm account, because it didn't really make sense for me to do that. But yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to have a funding company and then teach people how to trade, right? So that just goes to tell you, right? What would the owners think, right? So I was thinking about starting a prop firm, but then I'm like, hold on, I'm going to teach all these guys how to take my money, right? So then you got to step back. It's like, you know what? That's not the business for me, right? I'd rather teach the traders, right? And we all go get it from the prop firm versus me, trying to do both. Yeah, that was my big thing, because we were actually making moves to start a prop firm, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized the only guy that really wins here is me and the profitable traders. Other than that, and then the other thing too, like, it's almost a way of selling your soul, right? My passion is to help traders win, right? Not only in trading, but in life in general. So now if I have a prop firm where traders I'm teaching them how to win, aka take the money from me, right? Then I may go against my own morals, right? For money. And this is where a lot of people sell their soul, so to speak, or get off of their passion and get confused by money, right? So now all of a sudden, if I own a prop firm, here I am starting to hold back things and not teach you guys everything. And, there's maybe some things I wanted to teach you to get you to the next level, but you know what? I'm going to hold back on that now. And I personally just couldn't live like that, right? Could I have made millions of dollars? Absolutely, right? But would it have been worth it to me? No, probably not. So I decided to ditch that idea, and that's why I just look for other firms that we could work with, to connect with, and try and milk them. Just try and milk them. Let's milk them. Yeah. I'd rather us milk them versus try and milk us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, let's do it. With that, he found it.
Yeah.
Faith and belief. It was February 13th.
Really?
0 wins, 6 losses.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Remember
Wah. Oh, and here I was. All right, everyone, fired up to be here. Another day, another opportunity to be disciplined, right? And we just kept trucking along. Guess what? Those 6 losses made for, honestly, one of the greatest shifts in my trading career. Like they built me as a trader. They made me almost bulletproof at that point after that. Especially when it came to trading live. Like, it was one thing to handle losses, another thing to handle them in front of thousands of people, right? And that really gave me the confidence. Like, all right, that wasn't that bad. I lost 6 trades in a row, and it wasn't even the worst thing, at the end of the day, right? So just ended up regrouping, right? Locking back in and just going. We went on a massive run after that. We went on a run like all the way until I think late summertime after that.
Yep.
Yeah, that was sick.
Facts, man.
So it happened to be a really good thing to happen. Top 1 trader versus top 1 futures. Top 1 futures all day. I don't even have to think about that. I don't even got to think about it. That's right, Jamil. Hey, those moments separate winners from losers, right? There's been a lot of people who have attempted to be profitable at trading that ran into those losses and cried like a little baby and folded, right? There's also other streamers that have come around and, you know, tried attempting to trade in front of others but took those losses and then folded, right? So you really got to use every opportunity, whether failure or success, to build you, right, as an individual and build your character, and just make you stronger. You know, it just makes you stronger. No spamming, no spamming. No spamming, children. No spamming in the chat. I'm your hero? Oh, man, that's great to hear. You my hero, bro. Keep it up. No spamming, man. Why y'all spamming?
You're the hero, bro. That doesn't need a cape.
Neighborhood hero. I don't need a cape, though.
I gotta be the best.
C Melly, neighborhood hero. I don't need a cape.
Bro, C Melly's already bumping to it right now on the plane.
His girl's probably like, oh my god, another time we're gonna listen to this soundtrack.
Here we go with Mike.
Here we go. Here we go again. Honestly, I cannot golf. I don't even start golfing good till Mike comes on. And then all of a sudden, I get in the flow.
Speaking of golf, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's always a vibe with him playing, bro, for sure.
I think I know every song word for word. All you gotta do is spend like maybe two rounds of golf with C Melly, and you got all the lyrics down pat.
Yeah, C Melly, bro. He said, she said.
Neighborhood hero, I don't need a cape. All right, Goldie, what we doing? Another closure back in the range.
Come on, bro.
Bro, what? Like what?
What?
Nah, gold is wild. Gold is wilding today. I'm convinced.
Honestly?
Oh yeah, that's right. News. I forgot.
This
I was gonna
week,
say,
bro.
man, what?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. We had
This
the
week's been fun.
Jolt's job opening here. All right, we got a 4-hour closure though. So got a 4-hour closure. We did close kind of bullish there, like somewhat of a potential celery play. 1 hour is not looking good though. You definitely need a closure on the 1 hour. 30-minute above 36 here. So yeah, I think the ranges remain. You know, sells are look good below 30, buys look good above 36.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing really changes here. Let it go, let it go. Yeah, we want to let it go for tomorrow too. Big week ahead of us here. A lot of news.
Dude, 1 hour's just in a range 30-minute as well.
I thought you guys said Rafi was here. Rafi.
Yeah, he was.
I think Magnus said that.
I will be right back.
Oh,
One
he
sec.
is.
He's here?
He is still. Yeah.
Let me know when he has his video on. He might have stepped away.
He has his video on.
I don't know. That looked like Roberto to me.
Yeah, we're.
No, it's the other one.
Shout out to my man Roberto.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Bro, I swear he's here.
I said,
No.
did Rafi just change his name to Roberto?
I'm like,
Bro,
wait.
that's funny, man. Roberto, nice background, brother.
Yo,
Bro,
for
thought
real.
I'm in Roberto.
Looking good.
Yeah, how we doing? How we feeling?
What's up,
Amazing,
Roberto?
brother. Incredible.
I mean, Rocky, not that.
Thought Roberto.
Hey, we're here. Patiently waiting.
Yes, sir.
Nice, bro.
How you guys feeling? Feeling good? Feeling blessed?
Incredible.
Yeah, bro.
That's it.
It's just,
That's
Amazing.
all it is.
yes, sir.
That's all it is. Bro, quick one here. You know, like in the past, I told you guys, you know, I started trading in Bali and whatnot, and like all the people that were trading with me, they all disappeared. Well, you already know we got Niles that got back into the game.
Yeah.
Now we got my brother Federico
Hey,
back into trading, and he's here with us. So just wanted to give him a
okay,
shout
let's
out for
go.
not quitting
Welcome in,
and
G.
coming back to
Welcome
the winning
in.
team.
Love you.
No quitters. No
Welcome.
quitters allowed, man. You can't hold a winner down for too long. You know, sometimes winners take setbacks. They got to take care of business, but you can't hold them down for too long. So,
Welcome
any
to the
friend,
both of
them. I
any
met him
friend
in
of
Bali,
Rafi is
so-
a friend of ours here. So, welcome to the family.
Hell yeah.
Happy to have you guys. Yes.
Yay.
Must be solid.
Yeah. Anything
You
you
know,
need help
one
with?
thing is to
let
take
us
a
know.
break. If you need to take a break, you need to walk away. Never quit though.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Quitters never
That's
win.
the moment you fail.
Winners never quit.
The moment
Exactly.
you quit, the
Quitters
moment you
never
fail,
win.
bro.
Exactly. Adversity is a part of the journey. You can't run away from adversity. You know, it happens there. Because
Yeah.
adversity is just it's just the uncontrollables that we deal with and everything. You know, in sports, you have the weather, you have the fans, you have the reps, you have so many things that are go against you. That's adversity, right? Let's say it's a championship, and today you don't feel 100%. You're gonna what? You're gonna quit. You're gonna make excuses. I don't feel good. You still gotta show up, and you still gotta do your thing. So, adversity is always gonna be there. Um, People call it failure, but you know, feedback is always gonna be there. Just embrace it, you know. And if you need to step away because you have to, just do that. But know that you're coming back. You're recharging. You're coming back stronger.
Definitely.
Sir.
Sir, winners always get back up. Always.
Get knocked
He's-
down, you get back up.
Give that to mommy, okay?
Sir.
Go give it to mommy. Winners always make it back. Which cell? Are you referring to that one? I'm looking for a sells below here after a closure. That's pretty much my plan. Yeah. It's just not a part of the plan. That's the only reason is that it's just not a part of the plan. Doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't mean if someone else is in it, it's bad. It's just not part of my plan. That's all. Let's see. What is it? How to stay where'd that go? I don't know. There was a comment. How to stay emotionally consistent? Like, what do you mean by that? Give me a little bit more context, because probably a lot of people struggle with that. You know, there are a lot of people that are emotional, and they just, you know, let those swings change who they are and how they act and stuff. So it's definitely a big issue for a lot of people. And then when they come into trading, it's an even bigger issue, right? Because now it's you and the charts, right? So you end up doing a lot of emotional things when it comes to that. It closed in the range, so that's why I didn't really want to take it. I do like sells below 30 here, though. Yeah, I mean, the best way to really avoid emotions is to dial in systems. You know, like systems for me have ultimately like carved who I've become, right? So if I would have acted on a lot of the emotions that I had, I might not be here today. But instead, when I did have those emotions come up, I stuck to like the system, right? The system kept it grounded for me, kept me in line with my dreams and goals. And like every now and then I would get a little emotional, you know, and break the plan. But other than that, you got to rely on systems. So anytime you're in a good mood, logical state, go into your room, spend some time in the solitude, and then come back with a plan and say like, hey, this is the system that I'm going to live by. Here's my morning routine. Here's what I do during the day. Here's what I do during the night to make me who I want to be. And you just got to really learn to lean on that and follow that, and in a way have faith that that plan, if you continue to do that, follow that system, that plan will steer you in the right direction and your emotions won't get in the way. So system is like, if you guys ever went bowling, systems are like the bunkers that come up to keep you out the gutter, right? It's not like you're not going to hit the bumper or get emotional, but that bumper saves you. It keeps your ball in the lane, right? So you have a shot at knocking some pins down. And that's the way systems work. So if you can live your life and your trading in a very systematic approach like I do, then chances are you'll be pretty efficient and get the things done that you want to get done. Waiting is winning.
Stay composed by focusing on what really matters, right? Which is your job here, right? What really matters here is executing your edge, right? What's gonna make you be a long-term winner? Executing your edge. So that's what really matters, right? So then we should just focus on that. So we shouldn't get high on our wins or low on our losses, because that's not what matters. That doesn't matter here. That doesn't build success, right? But what matters and what builds success is what we should stay steady and focus on, which should allow us to be composed. You're focused on one thing here. I understand that you're able to just focus on one small task. Should be simple to stay composed from that.
Yep. And then when you're composed, you don't jump up and down for the highs. And then if you don't jump up and down for the highs, then you don't get all emotional and start crying over the lows. You just keep it very composed, very straightforward, no matter what. So whether you're doing well or your business doing well, trading doing well or not, you're still composed and focused and doing what it takes to win.
Right. You understand what really matters and what is worth your energy and what isn't worth your energy, right? Based on what really matters.
Yeet.
The 8.
Yeet.
Yay.
Look for ways to train yourself how to be calm. Train yourself to be calm.
Yeah.
I always think no matter what, under any sort of pressure, it's always best to be calm. And it goes like, one good example is if your hands are tied underwater, right? And you have one job. It's either you get your hands out or you die. Those who are not calm are done. Right? But those who can remain calm, composed in that type of a situation, focus on the solution, right? They will likely be able to survive that incident, where if you just get all erratic and crazy, you're done. You're gonna let out all your oxygen and you're not gonna be able to survive that. So same thing with the pressures of life. You gotta remain calm.
Yes, sir.
So you don't need to experience a wide range of adversity. You really don't. And I think that's where most people fail to realize, like, you don't need to be struck by lightning to have this successful story, right? You don't really necessarily need to be hit by a car or ran over or some sort of like bad thing to happen to you. All you have to do is follow the plan that leads to success. Right? You'll go through your little adversities while you're applying that plan, but you don't need any extra ones. Trust me. Nor do you probably want them. So a lot of people are looking for something daunting to happen to them so they could be like, okay, now success has officially put their stamp of approval on me, and now that I've gone through this and survived it, now I can be successful. But that's just not the case. Success comes by doing or creating a habit of habits that lead to success, actions that lead to success. So it doesn't matter if you've, had adversity or not. Either way, you could win.
Fair.
You're over here waiting for a lightning bolt to come down and strike you. Man, once that happens, I'll sure get an energetic surge and be able to pass these combines moving forward. So, don't look for that, all is well. Only great things happen to you. You don't need any sort of crazy, life experience to happen in order to be successful.
Yeah, and there's a webinar that we were just talking about, the emotional system, the reset system. And that's something that we talked about, as a trader, and not just a trader, as a performer. You want to remain calm in times of, when you're being tested, for example, like calm in losses, right? And then you want to be composed during profits, because when you become consistent in both, now in a way you're resetting yourself at a subconscious level, because you already know that none of them is going to outweigh what you do. If you get too emotional on the losses, it's going to affect how you perceive market next, right? So like your profits might not be the same, but if you get really excited about the profits, then the losses are going to feel very heavy. So, if you can be consistent on both, like calm during the loss and actually composed on the profits, you are giving yourself, without you even knowing, an emotional regulating system, because there's nothing that is going to outweigh you any other side. No, it's not emotions part. Nah, I think it said something about emotional regulating system. It was me and Nick. We did like half. You remember that, Nick? What was the name of that webinar? Is
Oh,
Nick
they
here?
nicked there.
Oh, okay.
Man just disappeared.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I know
he's
which webinar
doing
you're
his
talking
thing.
about. You did a
He's doing his
webinar.
thing.
You did a
Yeah,
webinar
definitely.
with Nick, right? Was it just Nick? Or
Yeah. No, it was him and I were talking. I need to look it up here, what the title is, but
was I on
I
it?
can.
Or...
No, it was just me and Nick.
Hmm.
I think that's what it was. Hold on. Nah, not that one. I'll tell you. Let me just find it here. If I look at the title, I'll be able to tell you.
Next like Houdini. What webinar you talked about there? One you made?
Yeah, it was me and Nick.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just I think it was me sharing, or maybe hold on. Let me just look over here.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right, this is chalked. I'm done trading for the day. None of this looks good. Everything's choppy. I think the best thing to do is wait for potential sells below here. Other than that, there's just nothing happening here. Nothing. We're right at support now on the 15. 30 is just chopping around. 1 hour is absolutely disgusting. And the 4 hour is not looking that much better. Yeah, so a little bit of a no trade day it's going to be. Yeah, pre FOMC here too. Right, Louis G? What do you think? Yeah,
Actually, that webinar that I'm talking about is Trust the System with Nick, John, and I guess Magnus was in there.
Yeah,
I don't know. What's the name of it?
Yeah, I think I remember that one. That one was fire.
Yeah.
Trust the
Go
system.
check that one.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, other than that,
Yeah,
I
good.
really don't see much. The 1 hour is going to be a real pain in the rear end here today. 30-minute is chopping around. We're back in the range. 15-minute, no bueno. I say we call it, so we stay out of trouble.
I think so.
Definitely
Let's
staying out of trouble, man. That's where he's at.
call this. Let's
Yeah,
call this thing, bro.
it's a good session though.
Anxious session.
Yeah, good questions, good answers, good conversations, good vibes, and it's always nice to take a no trade day here. When price doesn't make sense. So Nothing we could do with this. I did like the sells that on that one move. I think it was the 30 here. Yeah, that was pretty much the only opportunity I liked. The buys were okay too if we had a steeper lower wick, but a little patient today, a little patient, and that's okay. You know, we'll take that.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Remember, you gotta have these days also. These days are gonna shape you whenever you're building more capital and trading more capital. It doesn't change. So these days, take them as you need them. You remain composed. No trade. I don't need to force anything. We walk away and come back later.
That's right. Clubhouse, do you guys want me to open up the voice chat, or you guys done for the day? We got a little voice chat going on in the Clubhouse now. I think I'm done.
These days are great signs, you know, to keep it up. You know, keep up your patience and discipline because it's working. You're not taking stupid trades. You're following the edge, right? Like you would have took a trade if the edge would have present one. So keep use it as a sign today. Just keep going your patience and discipline.
Yep, I love that. Mic drop.
And ask yourself, you know, like this is something that we talk about. If you want to get into the 8-figure trader, will you risk X amount of thousands of dollars if you have an 8-figure trading account on a stupid setup? You wouldn't, right? So start trading this thing like you actually had the big size, because it's not just all of a sudden you become disciplined when you have that big size. So
true.
Get yourself in those shoes now.
Act like it, for real.
No.
Act the part, baby. Act the part.
Act the part.
Amazing work here today. Good job. I hope this live stream made you slightly better than when you came in, and hopefully some of the answers to the questions and explanations and all that good stuff helped out today. So Johnny Jens, Rafi, Magnus, love y'all, boys.
Thank you for having
hope
us,
you guys
brother.
have a great day.
See you tomorrow.
Enjoy it.
Love you guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Catch you
Chat.
guys later.
Love y'all. Hope you guys have a good one.
Peace.
Blessings. I hope you and your family enjoy the rest of the day, and we're over and out here. Great to see y'all, and we'll see you guys in Asian session. The rest of y'all, we'll see you guys back here in New York tomorrow. FOMC, baby. Love y'all. See you later. Peace.
Stay out of trouble.
Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. I'm pouring spirit, so he use me like I'm trying to change. Ain't pouring spirits, he flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash. If I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat. Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Rain on me like you did in the past, and you making it last. Better with you out living on glass. Not going back, I never thought I'd make it without. Out to the same watch out. Like what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do it for you, I can't do it for clout. The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up, following God. I'm making it out. Rain on me, rain on me.
Help me grow, I couldn't do this on my own.
You came into my life.
Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Yeah, twang. I'm doing well. Hey, I'm doing well. I know some folks that told me I would never make it. They said I'd probably end up bitter in a cell. And from the way I used to act, I understand why you would say it. But I'm here to tell you now I'm doing well. I walked around like I didn't even have a purpose. With no direction, I was headed straight to hell. Until the king came down and my knees hit the ground. That's the only reason I'm doing well. I'm doing better than you could imagine. Picked up the book and I'm turning the chapter. Used to have Jeezy inside of the speakers and threw it away and replaced it with passes. Grandmama told me if you fill yourself up with garbage, it's probably what's gonna come out. I shrugged it off till I got a bit older, but now I know what she's talking about. That boy done changed up, but keep it real. Independent, I don't need a deal. God's wing may be the trademark, but the living God is who made the seal. Supernatural, no Copperfield. Downside with the back of fields. When you're coming from the bottom, you ain't even gotta worry about the mud, cause you walk through it. Check my heels, my God gon' order my steps. You see, he taught me this lesson. If the bait ain't working on your hook, you need to switch up the method. There's people dying every day, folks down and out with depression. Gotta be the light inside the dark place, wake them up with the message. I know some folks that told me I would never make it. They said I'd probably end up bitter in a cell. And from the way I used to act, I understand why you would say it, but I'm here to tell you now I'm doing well. I walked around like I didn't even have a purpose. With no direction, I was headed straight to hell. Until the king came down and my knees hit the ground. That's the only reason I'm doing well. I'm doing everything that they said I couldn't, going everywhere that they said I wouldn't. My plate was empty till I met the Lord, then he filled it up cause he steady cooking. Defeated death and he gave me life. Killed the lust and gave me a wife. My heart was rotten, he cleaned it up, now I'm bare fruit, I'm truly right. Used to run around trying to ball, taking exits to elude the law. Locked down with no place to go, then he met me there and I got the call. Answer that, you gotta pick it up. I had an empty glass and he filled my cup. Pouring out to all the folks in need, that's all you need cause this is enough. Open it daily, gotta get your portion of bread. This world is sleeping on the truth, it's time to hop out of bed. I get it, I was there as well, so I live out what I said. But judgment's coming and we can't make it right after we're dead. I know some folks that told me I would never make it. They said I'd probably end up bitter in a cell. And from the way I used to act, I understand why you would say it, but I'm here to tell you now I'm doing well. I walked around like I didn't even have a purpose. With no direction, I was headed straight to hell.